Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Who are these people?
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
Don't be rude.
Who are these people?
Holy shit, it's been a while, hasn't it? Whoops. Hold on.
Yeah, but I had a good time at the beach, so.
Yeah, so there you go. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way. That should be good.
And yes,
right.
me and my pretty face. Here we are. All
right,
put together.
So welcome to another rare episode of Pro Wrestling Talk. I mean, last time was like 3 weeks ago when we reviewed SummerSlam. I mean, so that means I'm Angel Rivera alongside Mrs.Witchy Perfect, and it has been a while. Like, holy crap. And then...
Right. Well, I mean, last week I went to the beach. The week before, none of us had power because storms rolled through here like, you know.
Yeah. So none of us has power. The week after last week you did beach. Then this week now we're able to do the show. And next week is literally my birthday weekend, which I'm going to celebrate. So I'll be doing both shows next weekend. Hopefully, I got to talk to Dave and get him on because it's too much. You know, I want him on. I want Alex on, of course. You, anybody else we can get. So we'll see. But for now,
try to get Snow and Descent in Bloom.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that'll be nice.
I keep trying to talk to them, but I know they're really, really busy. I also will reach out to Kit and see what he says. Maybe he can come on and also celebrate. Talk about a busy man. That's Kit Cabello.
That'd be nice. Yeah. Yeah, so there's not much interesting in the world except CM Punk had defended Kevin Owens. They did it this past Friday on SmackDown. It's the next pay-per-view until Money in the Bank in October.
On free TV.
Yeah, they just did it on free TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so September 6th is Sunday night's main event instead of Saturday night's main event. They're doing it on Sunday this time. So that's September 6th at 8 o'clock. So we'll probably be previewing that before if we do the show on the 5th. But yeah. So Punk defended the title against Owens. It was what it was. It was a good match. Because I did watch the match because I had to, if I'm going to talk about it. Ultimately, Punk won because of interference from Sami Zayn. So,
and Sami Zayn left everyone laying. And they compared on X. They compared the way that Kevin Owens' body was to, I'm guessing, Family Guy. I'm guessing that's how the guy in Family Guy was put together. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yep. So ultimately, CM Punk retained, and Sammy left both guys laying. Like, oh no! So he's gonna be stuck in this world title picture for a while longer, which is not something I'm looking forward to because he's not a world title material guy. He's just there,
Right.
He just wins his title from Cody and Saudi for the only reason why I could think of is because it's his not hometown, but where
I mean, he's
where
Arab, yeah, and
yeah
someone said he was Muslim. Okay,
yeah he's
cool.
gonna. So we
But
went through
really,
that
that
whole
world title is just a participation trophy.
we
Oh,
went
you
through that
haven't
whole
been a
debate.
champion in 23 years? Well, guess what? Now I guess you get the belt. Where was that when Kurt was, when Kurt was around? Rick Rude.
Yep. No, instead it's just same. It's just Sammy getting the belt and dropping it less than 10 days later to CM Punk. So it's
Right.
like,
which was kind of awesome, though. I mean, I really CM Punk is really growing on me, and it was Chicago. That's his hometown.
yeah.
I mean, you kind of had to feel for him, I was just like, oh, let's see get Punk. I'm sorry, but I was ecstatic when Punk won the belt. I was like, oh my god, this is so great! CM Punk is champ.
Yeah, so he became WWE champion, defeating Sami Zayn. He's had multiple defenses, and I don't know. It seems like they're teasing Oba Femi and Braun Breaker feud between those two for who is the future of WWE. That's the whole point of that feud, which is like,
I mean, no offense, but Braun Breaker should be in the championship picture. I don't know what they're doing with him. They are totally messing around with him. I want to say dicking around, but I don't know if it's okay to say that anymore on YouTube. Because they seem to like take words you say and oh, you can't say that, or we're not going to do this, or we're not going to do that. So, but just give the boy a chance. I mean, they made him Intercontinental Champion, something they never made his father, because his father was never in a singles match, really.
Yeah, no.
In WWE, and I mean, the Steiner brothers came in together in 93, 92, no, 93. And really didn't stay long. One, because they had all kinds of issues with the office. And they went back to WCW, and by the time they were eligible to go back to WWE, they were all old and couldn't wrestle anyway. I mean, Scott Steiner tried because he was more of a singles competitor anyway. He was when he went to the NWO when they split them up. Yeah. So I don't know. What they're doing to Braun Breaker just doesn't seem fair. And let him use his real name. Braun, isn't it Bronson Steiner?
It's not like that, but seems like they're teasing a Braun Breaker and Oba Femi feud coming up because the whole
Bronson Reed is still hurt as far as I know, right? But he was in commercial after commercial I saw.
Yeah, I mean, he's still on his way back. That'd be my guess. I'm not sure whether they're going to put him back in division or he's going to strike out on his own. So I don't. Depends what they decide to do with him.
Did the division lose their tag team titles? I mean,
no,
they were tag team champions, right?
They're still tag team champions, but it seems like they're kind of pushing Braun towards this Oba Femi feud. So I don't know. It seems like they're going to ignore the World Tag Team titles for a while, because they're focusing on this Braun Breaker and Oba Femi feud. So they're not going to defend those World Tag Team titles for a while. That'd be my guess then.
Well, all right. But I mean, they're still, I don't understand. Like, you made it like 6 months into the WWE main roster and you make him Intercontinental Champ, and then you just kind of dick around with him. I guess I just don't understand like why you wouldn't push him into the championship picture. It's not like he hasn't really paid his dues, and yeah, it takes a couple of years, but I mean, he's been in it since he was 24-ish, and now he's 30,
something like that, almost 30. But here's he's not going to win any of the world titles right now because he's not beating Roman Reigns and he's not beating CM Punk. So it's like you might as well do something and give him some wins and do something for him. In the meanwhile,
see, that's the thing. They're again trying to shove Roman Reigns down our throat, and I kind of agree with Conrad Thompson on that point, only that point. That they're trying to shove Roman Reigns down our throat. And didn't I tell you that they were going to shove Jacob Fatu right back down the card? They're not going to pull the trigger on Braun Breaker. They're not going to pull the trigger on Jacob Fatu. And why? Why? Why are they continuing? I mean, not that CM Punk doesn't deserve to be there. CM Punk does deserve to be in the title run. Cody deserves to be in the title run. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. I get it. Sami Zayn does not belong there.
No.
But anyway, he's still there. Gunther deserves it. You talk about a great technical wrestler. Gunther is that. Okay, I give him credit for what he is.
They got nothing for Gunther. I mean, no feud, nothing. He just beat up Matt Cardona on SmackDown last week. So because he was making fun of his wife, Chelsea Green. So it's like Matt Cardona came out, tried to be the tough guy husband, but gets his ass kicked. So like Gunther in like so 5
what is
minutes.
That show? What does that do for Chelsea Green? She's become very popular. I don't know how, but she's become very, very popular. And now all of a sudden her husband is a wuss.
Her husband's getting beat, or he's in catering. As Gunther joked with him, he's like, "Oh, look who came from catering." Just buried him, right there, right in front of everybody.
And she wasn't too happy about that. She talked about that, I think, on X I saw, where she's like, she's disgusted that the fact that her husband has to, look smaller than her. Not that it should be equal, okay? Equal give and take. You shouldn't make the woman look inferior. You shouldn't make the man look inferior. But I mean, I just don't think they're gonna do anything with Matt Cardona.
I don't know why he came back, because in his he's in the Indies and he was calling himself the king of the Indies and he was putting himself over, getting wins. He was over.
He was over. He even did a stint with Killer Cross.
Yeah. I don't know why he came back to WWE, because he knew what they're going to do with him, which was very little. It wasn't like, his first run, he was Zack Ryder, and they did nothing with him for years. Right. So it's like, why? I guess he makes more money, and he's like, fuck it, I'm 40 years old, I'm getting older. I'll take one last good paying run, and then I'm done. That's my guess on what his thought process, but because he's going to make a lot more money. So
right. Well, I mean, look at Rhea Ripley is, or as we say, Bloody Rhea Ripley. She is a star, okay? But does anyone know who her husband is? Because he's an AEW guy, right?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't even watch him, but she is a star. Honestly, I think she should do a little bit more of a run too, because she's 30, almost 40.
Probably in her 30s. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she just had knee surgery, and she's going to be gone probably for the rest of the year, be my guess. And Chelsea Green's going to carry this women's world title. Yeah, until then.
Well, and then, it's going to be Chelsea Green and Rhea Ripley, which is fine. But what I'd like to see Rhea do is settle down and have a family. Do it, Charlotte too. Charlotte said that she hasn't ruled out having children. That's fine. Yeah. It's a wonderful experience. I can tell you from experience, because I have a son. It's the most wonderful thing that will ever happen to you. And I wouldn't have traded him for the world. So he is my world, him and my man. So, when things happen like that, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. And I can't see myself, not being a mom. But there's some women out there that don't want to become moms, and that's fine. Yeah. I wouldn't force my beliefs onto you. It's just, we have several women like Naomi and Bella. No, not Bella. Bianca Belair. That's what I meant to say. Becoming moms, and all the more power to them. And I'm sure that they would say, it's the most wonderful experience in the world. Don't, rule it out. Don't rule it out. You're very popular right now, even if you aren't. As a woman wrestler, you still have time to, have a family. And look at Cody Rhodes. He has 2 children now. Look at Jay and Jimmy Uso. Look at, Roman Reigns has a couple of daughters, I think. 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
So never ever rule that out.
Yeah. So I did see. I didn't know, but Obafemi and Ron Breaker are gonna have their match at Sunday's night's main event, September 8th. So they're gonna have a match, and I'm
It's
not
gonna be
looking.
good. It's
I'm
gonna
not.
be good, but
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this match. But Baron Corbin is having a match with Lil Yachty, the rapper, 1-on-1 in Sunday's night main event. Not
what is
looking
with
forward to that.
celebrities wanting to be wrestlers? I mean, really, stop it. Didn't we get enough from Master P and the something No Limit Soldiers or something?
No Limit Soldiers.
And Kurt and them, Kurt Barry Windham and who else? Bobby Duncombe Jr. were like, damn, they were so stiff, and they were because they didn't know how to wrestle.
No, Master P was his late 90s. He was popular. He was over with the rap crowd. So they thought, hey, look, just put him in the ring. Problem is they didn't realize that WCW is a Southern territory and the heels got over as baby faces. So like, whoops.
Well, not only that, but they did that whole cake thing. They showed more pictures of Kurt. I'm like, why is it always Kurt that gets, cake smashed in his face?
Mm-hmm.
Not that he doesn't look good enough to lick. Okay. Anyway, moving past that. But yeah, like the crowd is standing there like, what just happened? Why did he have cake in his face? Why? They didn't get it because, it's kind of like, that's our baby face getting cake in the face.
Yep. So they're doing Little Yachty versus Baron Corbin. Instead of having Baron Corbin defend the U.S. title against Trick Williams, they're doing that match instead. Is he going to
offer up the U.S. championship to Little Yachty if he loses?
I don't know. I mean,
okay.
I don't.
I hope not, because that U.S. championship belt was once on Kurt Hennig.
Look at this shit. This is annoying me. Instead of having Braun Breaker and on the title, look who they have. Trick Williams and Lil Yachty's in front.
I was going to say, instead of having Braun Breaker and
Obafemi.
Obafemi, yeah.
Which is probably going to be their main event for this card. Instead, it's Trick Williams and Lil Yachty in Atlanta. Like,
the next day, that Monday, is Labor Day, and I don't have to go to work. I have all the work.
Nice. I just wanted to show that, but I'm like, what? I just noticed that in WWE's YouTube channel. Like, shouldn't your main event be on the poster or on the thing? Nope.
It's like they forgot how to market this stuff. It's like, it just fell out of their heads how to market. No offense, I don't like Vince McMahon, but Vince McMahon knew how to market stuff because his father, Vince Sr., would always say, get it in the ring, get the match in the ring and sell the shit out of it. So Vince is from that old school mentality of get it in the ring, sign it and get it in the ring and, market it. He did it with him and Austin during the Austin McMahon feud. Him and Austin in a steel cage. Oh my God, everybody wanted to see that. Even me, I wanted to see it.
He realized that Austin needed a heel, a heel to go against have a long-term feud, and he's like, why not me? I mean, it's like because he didn't, and then because it's Austin, the anti-hero babyface against the Office, the boss who doesn't want him to be champion. It's brilliant. Right. It was perfect, for that time, especially in America.
It was definitely good for that time. And here's the other thing that really kind of, and I heard this from Cornette, Jim Cornette, that Jeff Gordon. No offense, but my mom liked. Side note, my mom liked Jeff Gordon. I can't believe Jeff Gordon is still in NASCAR. Anyway,
he just won a race recently, but
yeah. So he's still winning, and he's 50, 60 years old and still winning. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so if we go back to the fact that McMahon thought he was going to be the babyface after the Montreal Screwjob. And I've heard Cornette say this many times, and it backfired on him, and he became the biggest heel in the world. And then, of course, Austin couldn't say Bret's name because I guess that was sacrosanct. But he would say, if you remember the promo he did right before not Backlash. What was that? Was it called Backlash? No. In 98, after WrestleMania, there was a pay-per-view. It wasn't Over the Edge yet. It was April. But anyway, in April, the promo or the pay-per-view was someone else. When Vince was at ringside, someone else got screwed out of the title. So he couldn't say Bret's name, but he showed a picture. They would go to Austin talking over a picture of Triple H and Shawn Michaels leaving the ring after the Montreal Screwjob. So like he couldn't say Bret's name, but somehow Vince thought if he goes on TV and says Bret screwed Bret, that somehow would make him a babyface. Where he got that, I have no idea.
I don't know where he could have thought of that or why he deluded himself to thinking he would be the babyface, and then when he realized that people were booing him, is like, you know what, let me just go with it, and just turn heel in the audience, and Austin McMahon was born, and that saved the WWF, quite frankly. So that Austin McMahon feud.
Awesome. I mean, the whole Austin McMahon feud was freaking awesome. Every time Stone Cold would do something new to Vince, it's kind of like, oh shit, what's he gonna do next week? We gotta see. We gotta see.
But it was Raw was must-watch TV in 98, 99, and even 2000. It was must-watch TV every week. I was there. By this point, like by 99, 2000, I lost interest in WCW. But before that, 97, 98, I would just every Monday night be flipping back and forth between the shows because.
Well, and I have to admit, I used to turn back and forth whenever Kurt would come on. I admit it. I always got that rap is crap stuck in my head. Every time they come out, I'd be like, is crap. I would get it stuck in my head because I was a big country fan. I loved country music, and I still do. The country I grew up with in the 90s. So, there was a lot of times where in 99, when that stopped, I kind of lost interest in WCW.
WCW was just awful. By then, Hogan was pretty much gone. Nash was gone, I think. I know Hall was gone. He was fired. They fired him for his alcohol issues, but was Nash still there by 2000?
Yeah, because he stole that Gorgeous George girl that was hanging with Randy Savage.
With Randy Savage, right.
And ended up taking she left him and took his watch and took all his possessions that were like really expensive. Yeah, and she went into porn. That's all I know. She went into porn.
Well then, but
that's what someone said on TitleMatch.com. I don't know if it's true because I don't watch porn. So
yeah,
well, I only watch it if my man wants to watch it. So
yeah, but
I'm an adult. I'm an adult.
I know. So Hulk, what was that pay-per-view Hulk got fired on or left? Was it Bash at the Beach or was it the other one?
It was bad. Well, he cut that promo on Shit Sting.
Yeah, that was Bash at the Beach, like 2000, wasn't it? Or whatever.
Yeah. Because it was just Jeff Jarrett was just laying down like this, and Hogan's like, "See, this is what's wrong with professional wrestling."
It was like, here's the thing with that. I mean, we can do an entire episode on Bash at the Beach 2000, but Hulk.
Well, by then, Kurt wasn't even there.
Yeah, he was gone too. Hulk was. Did Vince Russo really expect Hulk Hogan to put over Jeff Jarrett? I mean, that was his reasoning. Like, hey, get Jeff Jarrett one more big win. Let me put him against Hulk. I'm like, Hulk would never put over Jeff Jarrett. Hell, he didn't put over Bret Hart when in the WWF in '93.
Put over Kurt Hennig either.
So I don't know what Russo
WCW or in WWF and WCW.
I don't know what Russo thought. Oh yeah, Hulk would definitely put over Jarrett. It's like Hulk wanted to be champion again. That's what happened.
And Jarrett was not main event material.
No, that's why.
According to Vince Russo, he didn't care. He just wanted, someone to go over, and it had to be Jeff Jarrett, I guess.
Yeah, that's why when people like, oh, Hulk refused to put over Jarrett, I'm like, he wasn't a main eventer, so I don't think Hulk would have ever put him over. So, and Vince,
well, that's the thing. Like people ask,
like,
what if Dixie Carter instead of TNA ruining TNA? What if she had ruined WCW? I said, well, I mean, you couldn't have ruined it any more than Bischoff and Russo did. making actors the champion, making themselves champion. They never were wrestlers.
Yeah, Bischoff. The only reason why he was successful because he just happened to steal the NWO angle from Japan when he was watching New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Right.
So he just stole the NWO angle because at the time New Japan, I believe they were doing an invasion angle, which he literally just stole from them and just repackaged it the NWO. And he just happened to get the 3 right guys for it: Hall, Nash, and Hogan.
But it was going to be Sting. You're absolutely right about that. It was going to be Sting, and Sting said no. Kind of like John Cena said, no, I ain't turning heel right now because of the Make-A-Wish stuff.
Yeah, so what happened with that was, even though Hulk agreed to turn heel, nobody knew whether he actually would do it. So Bischoff had to convince Sting, is like, if Hulk refuses the last second, then Sting's going to turn heel and be the leader of the NWO. So it was kind of like a backup plan.
Sting was kind of like, I don't really want to do this.
Okay, I guess. I mean, but I don't really want to do this. So, and it would have came off as phony because Sting was WCW for life. And the whole point of the invasion angle was getting 3 WWF guys to invade WCW. And, and that's how, and it worked because people believed that Vince has sent Hall and Nash, especially to WCW, to destroy WCW. People believed it initially.
Well, speaking of Eric Bischoff, if we have some time, I'd like to do a little story on that because there's something that Bischoff said. He kind of put his foot in his mouth. Shocker for all those listening. But yeah, he just, I have it pulled up here if you don't mind.
Well, no, I mean, I have nothing. I mean, like I said, the Punk and Owens match, that's the only thing I really had. I didn't even have anything really. So
okay. Sorry, my internet's being stupid too. Apparently.
Oh yeah.
Let me go ahead and share this then. All right, here we go.
Let's see what this is.
And especially the high prices of tickets.
Okay, so a little background here. Eric Bischoff is going to talk about the prices of He's going to talk about the prices of WWE here being what they are. Let me just turn that up because no one can hear it. But yeah, Eric Bischoff is going to put his foot in his mouth and he's going to talk about the prices of WWE.
Eazy-E drops this absolute perler. Listen to it.
And I think that's where entertainment in general is going. Not just wrestling, not just WWE, but I think entertainment in general is going in that direction. And I think it's great. You're always going to have people going to bitch about the price of the tickets. Tough shit. If get an extra job, save some money up, quit drinking, 12 packs of fucking Mountain Dew during the week and throw a couple bucks in a jar and you'll be able to afford to go, whatever. But I think the overall fan experience is what they're focusing on. And I think they're doing it smart.
Yeah.
Wow. So you rotten WWE fans, just get another job and, never see your kids and never see your family and stop bitching and stop drinking Mountain Dew,
Wow.
I saw this on my show. I actually did this story on my show today, which will be coming out in September because I'm, like 3 or 4 weeks ahead. I think 3 weeks ahead now. But I lost my shit, okay, on my show about this because, first of all, Eric Bischoff, I don't know if you noticed this, but people can't afford houses. There are people going hungry because they can't afford food, let alone WWE tickets. And I hate to break it to you, Eric Bischoff. Now I'm talking right to Eric Bischoff. You were once poor. You said this on 83 weeks. Sorry. You said this on 83 weeks about that Vern Gagne didn't pay you and you guys were barely making ends meet. And you guys couldn't afford to heat your own house. Back in Minneapolis. Okay, I'm not making this shit up. Like, he literally said this on 83 weeks.
Yeah, He had to
And now
max out credit cards and
Right.
bullshit people into giving him diapers and food for his babies and stuff. So it was
Yeah.
like, it was tough.
So, and then you turn right around and say, well, just deal with it, poor people. Screw you. No, screw you, Eric Bischoff. I literally spent over $200 and we didn't have a lot of groceries. I spent over $200 on groceries and none of it was Mountain Dew. None of it was Mountain Dew. I mean, I do drink Mountain Dew, but I don't drink to excess. Like, I don't know anyone who drinks 12 packs of Mountain Dew a day or a week.
Is Bischoff projecting there? Seems, I don't know why I thought he would say beer, but he said Mountain Dew, so I don't know.
Hi,
it seems
CBC.
like
but this, I literally lost my shit. I said, Bischoff, for fuck's sake, people can barely afford a house. They can't afford rent. Yeah. I mean, they can't afford this stuff. And you're out here saying, well, pull up your bootstraps. I would not be surprised if tomorrow Eric Bischoff showed up on Fox News. Because that's how it's going.
I think he has made Fox News appearances in the past. Or unless it was promoting the Real American Wrestling that he was doing. I think he's still doing without Hulk, but yeah, that's what it was.
And that's what James goes on to say. James Romero, who is he has a show with Dutch Mantel, and then he has a show with Stevie Richards.
Right. He does a number of wrestling podcasts.
And he used to do one with Shane Douglas.
Which it ended because
they
ended it.
He got married. His schedule was abysmal, and
he got married around that.
He got married and had a kid. So
they.
But I mean, this is what I'm talking about. You have out of touch people who are in the club. Let's face it, Bischoff's in the club. Okay. He makes millions and millions of dollars and has made millions and millions of dollars. And you cannot tell me, Bischoff, that you haven't.
Oops.
I don't believe
he scammed Turner. He scammed Dixie Carter. I mean, when him and Hulk got hired, I mean, he made millions off Dixie.
Yeah.
And Dixie couldn't even afford it. It was like,
right.
It was just basically she was, no, I think Spike TV might have paid Hogan and Bischoff. It wasn't Dixie. But...
Well, one of those two. But I mean, it's no different than Tony Khan at this point. They're conning Tony Khan as well. How fitting. They're conning Tony Khan, right?
Yeah. So.
But this is where I lost my shit. You don't understand because people in the club just don't understand. Just pull yourself up by your bootstraps, poor people. That's not the point. The point is, Bischoff, that literally they made TK. I'm speaking of TKO at this point. TKO made fun of Vince McMahon because he dared to let poor people in the door.
They didn't understand his business model because they thought, well, he could have maximized revenue by increasing ticket prices.
But guess what? His audience were poor people.
Yeah, they didn't
the
understand
middle class
that.
Or the shrinking middle class, right? So James will go on to, do the UK thing and the US thing, people's average income. And this is where a few years ago, I looked up the average cost of a house was $325,000. The average income in Pennsylvania. This is for Pennsylvania only. The average income for Pennsylvania was $38,000 a year. Now you tell me who on $38,000 can afford a $325,000 house? Not a one that I know of. Okay, thank you for coming to the motorcycle rally.
So here in New Jersey, average housing price is way higher than that. I think it's close to almost 700,000 here. Yeah. So because
that's just for a single family home in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so a lot of Wall Streeters and wealthy New Yorkers live in New Jersey. So it's like they inflate the housing prices because they buy homes at 2 times the value in order to get the house they want. So it inflates the price. Right,
because they can afford that. But us people who don't make that much, not even in a year, that's like quadruple my salary every year.
I see another housing bubble. This housing bubble is going to crash again.
Yep.
Like it did in 2008.
And nobody's going to be able to afford it. And everyone's going to be taken out of their house, and the rich are going to gobble up the houses, and we're all going to live on the streets.
And what
You will own
happened?
nothing, be happy, and eat the bugs. I mean,
We're old enough to remember what happened. I mean, Obama bailed out the banks, and the homeowners
yeah, he didn't bail
lost
out the
their
people.
homes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they didn't bail out
lost
the
their
people.
homes. Yeah.
So this is what gets my ire up, because I can believe that someone who used to be poor, needed diapers, to feed it, needed money to feed his family. He has 2 kids. Bischoff has 2 children. And he learned nothing from that. He literally turned around and said, "Fuck you, poor people. I'm not poor anymore, so go fuck yourselves."
Yeah, so that's Vern Gagne didn't pay. He was in AWA for a couple of years, and Vern never paid him because he couldn't afford to.
He couldn't afford to. So there you go.
Yeah, because the AWA was pretty much ending. And I think it was Greg Gagne who got Bischoff that job in WCW, if I remember correctly. Yep. Or was it somebody else? Greg, yeah. So, because Greg went to WCW eventually because his dad was on his left leg. So,
out a bunch of stuff, and Bischoff would lie anyway.
Yeah.
So here's my point, is that, and you can take this as an example because they did it in Minnesota, because SummerSlam was at Minnesota, or in Minnesota. Okay. Yeah. They were at is that the US Bank?
US Bank Stadium, which is the Vikings, the home of the Vikings.
Yeah. Which can seat, 96,000 plus?
Something like that. Yeah,
and
for
SummerSlam both nights didn't have that much. They had 32 to 36,000 maybe.
Yeah, it didn't go well. And I knew it wasn't going well because they were running commercials with the Vikings wide receiver talking about ticket prices only $25.
Right. And that's where I was going to get at, is they literally had to lower the prices because people weren't showing up. So here's the backlash, Bischoff. Here's the consequences of what happens when you literally exclude a bunch of poor people who can't afford a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. This is what happens. You have to lower your price and go, "Oh, sorry, poor people. We're here."
TKO didn't want to, embarrass themselves, because if they didn't do that, it must be a lot lower than 30,000 plus. So it would have been in the 20,000s, and most of that. Imagine trying to cover up the fact you have 20,000 people in a 90,000 seat stadium. It'd be impossible to cover it up. So at least with the, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, at least with the 30,000, this entire side of the stadium, the left-hand side was empty. Right. You notice that they never filmed that side. They filmed this side and the front, but this side never. The camera never went there. Yes. So it was empty. I could tell. That must be brutal. And I saw it on Twitter. Somebody posted it it was empty. It was entirely empty.
It was so empty. It was ooh, that hurts, empty. But here's the thing. And I want TKO to hear this, even if they never listen to this or they never hear this, because they have a bunch of yes men around them who suck their dicks all day. So here's the thing, TKO. If you want your stadiums to be sold out like they were in the Attitude Era, you have to lower your pricing. I mean, I said on my show that one of those packages, just a package, like the lowest package you could get for WrestleMania, was quadruple the amount of my salary that I make in a year. And I'm not going to post that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it was $100,000 just for the lowest package for WrestleMania for a one night.
Yeah. So they treat WrestleMania like the Super Bowl. It's like wrestling's version of the Super Bowl. So they charge exorbitant prices to go see WrestleMania, and it's bad. I mean, there's only 2 matches that were good in WrestleMania this year. It wasn't even the rest of it is kind of filler. It felt like filler because they had to do 2 nights now. So it's
right. And they're thinking about doing that with the Royal Rumble, though. I do agree. Maybe the women should be one night and the men should be the second night, something like that.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. Again, I might come across as kind of sexist here, but why do a women's Royal Rumble? It never made any sense. There's not enough women talent to justify.
I'm kind of wait, why are we doing a women's Royal Rumble again?
There's not enough talent to justify it.
Right. And they never did that before. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't have had that before. All I'm saying is it made more sense for a male Royal Rumble because it started with males, right? They only had three or four females in the WWE at the time. Rockin' Robin, Sherry, Elizabeth. Eventually in 1999, Sapphire. 1990, I mean, not 1989 to 1990.
Yeah. So it was why women's Royal Rumble, why women's Money in the Bank. It seems like they're just trying to say, hey, we're not sexist, so here's equal opportunity. Women's Royal Rumble, Money in the Banks, women's War Games. That's coming up. That's going to be brutal. I hate the modern War Games.
What I think they should have done, I don't disagree with like a woman's match, main eventing not Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. Wasn't that Charlotte and Rhea Ripley?
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Ronda Rousey main event that WrestleMania.
Well, I don't agree with the Ronda Rousey,
but Becky Lynch won that belt, won both women's titles that night. Yeah. But yeah, the only reason why Vince put that in the main event because of Ronda Rousey. No one, if it was Charlotte and Becky 1-on-1, that never would have been on top.
That's a shame because I do like Charlotte Flair's wrestling. I just think she unfortunately has to play the game of, okay, I have to make I have to put this person over, so I'm just going to do a bunch of moves that make no sense. And she takes the moves that don't make sense, you know?
She hurt her knee when doing a moonsault to the outside of the ring. And I'm like, and she still does it. It's like, why? Like it cost you 18 months of your career doing that. Right. And you're still doing it. Like, doesn't make any sense. And I'm surprised how she's putting a lot of people over. I'm like, Rick never put very few people over.
Yeah.
So it's like, he put over Hogan all the time. I mean, Hogan.
Well, he had to because there's the meeting of the minds, right? There is the big clash.
Yeah, Hogan beat him like a drum for years in WCW. So I don't think Flair ever won a match against Hogan. Did he? It might have been by countout or something. But
I don't know. But Flair was always very nice to Kurt it was Ric Flair leaving the WWE, so it was a career-ending match for Ric Flair because he lost. But I mean, he put over Kurt in WCW all the time, so I can't really say anything because Ric Flair was nice to Kurt when it comes to that. I mean, he put Kurt over a lot. So I don't like Ric Flair personally, and I do have some Ric Flair news. Let me credit that, but I do have Ric Flair news. Speaking of Ric Flair,
there's still 15 minutes before Alex comes on, so go ahead. You got time.
But I can't complain too much about Ric Flair because, like I said, he did kind of put over. What is that? Oh, here it is. He did kind of put over Kurt, so that's the only thing I like about Ric Flair. Trust me, the rest of it, Ric Flair can go suck a dick for all I care. But we're gonna just show the tweet. Here we go. Anyway, Ric Flair back in the news. This is a couple weeks old because I was watching an interview that Sean Mooney was doing about Kurt Hennig. So on my show, so we actually got back to the news headlines. So I actually did this on my show as well. Okay. So Ric Flair back in the news again. What did he say? We shall find out.
And it's amazing. I told you it was only a matter of time until you came running back. If you're just listening to this and not actually watching it, it's a picture of Ric Flair and his ex and apparently now current again girlfriend Wendy Barlow. Back to the quote. At least I know I am in good hands because you have always taken the best care of me out of anyone in the whole world. She finally figured out there is only one Ric Flair and only one James Bond. And currently Ric Flair is available for any kind of action. Let's see if Wendy still has it. LFG. Boy, what?
I mean, even if you take this as a joke, okay? Even if you took that tweet as a joke.
That was like
what
this,
the fuck?
Like,
right?
That was
I didn't know who Wendy Barlow was. And James will go on to say that she used to be Fifi, so she used to be his manager, and that they were never married. She got into a gown, they had a ceremony, a wedding ceremony, but they never filed paperwork, so technically they were never married. So even if he was not married to her, he's still 0 for 4. Okay? He's still 0 for 4. Okay? Apparently she left him a couple times and they went their separate ways. And James will go on to say, I mean, this woman must have no self-esteem, because Ric Flair has not changed in the 70 plus years he's been alive. He has not changed. He's still going to cheat on you, honey. He's still going to be the Nature Boy Ric Flair, because that's all he knows how to be. He doesn't know how to be anybody else but Ric Flair. And
that's
the
all
Ric Flair,
knows.
whining, dining, kiss stealing, and son of a bitch, whatever.
Dealing, son of a gun.
Yeah. He thinks he is Ric Flair because he has a mental condition. He doesn't know that line. He doesn't know how to be Richard Fleer or Flair. Is it Fleer?
Fleer, yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't know how to be that person because he's never been that person. He's always been the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
He got into business in the 70s in the AWA, and when he created that Nature Boy character, that's what he was, and that's what he always been.
And that's how he always is. He isn't drunk. He's an alcoholic. He needs an intervention.
JR told the story once that he bought, I think, like 15 cocktails for like everybody in the bar, and he drank and then the other ones he pretty much drank on his own. People who weren't there. At once, he just kept like doing that and drinking. And JR only barely had one, and he's like, this is back in the 80s where Flair was like, I don't know how he has a liver, and even back in the 80s. And
a lot of people have been saying that. They don't know how Ric Flair has a liver anymore because he's drinking it. He's been drinking since I'm sure he was a young boy, for heaven's sake. But the man has a problem. He does cameos from bars, from open bars. He can't even do it professionally. I know Jim Cornette used to do them in a studio, and he used to, he would yell at somebody in the studio. It's kind of like me going to a bar and doing a cameo and be like, I'm slobbering drunk or whatever. No, I would do it in my office because that's more professional. You don't see me doing my shows from bumfuck Egypt in a bar. Yeah, right? So
there's the infamous one where he was drunk and
why are you getting married?
They paid. Why are you getting married, motherfucker?
Just say boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah, he's from experience because he's 0 for 4.
He's like, why you get married, motherfucker? He was obviously drunk. He's like, oh, imagine paying $100 for a cameo from Ric Flair, and he just gives you that.
That wasn't $100. That was like $600 for him to be.
Imagine him giving
slobbering
you that.
Drunk. And actually, there was one for over $1,000 that he did, and he was drunk. I wouldn't pay $1,000 for anything, let alone a cameo from Ric Flair.
Yeah, you got to be kind of a mark for Ric Flair to do that. Apparently, the groom was a big mark for Ric Flair, which is why I think his brother-in-law paid for it as a wedding gift, and that's what Ric Flair gave him.
And that's what Ric Flair gave him. And I would be, first of all, I want my money back if I spent like $600 for that. I want my money back, and I would tell him like, dude, you need help. You physically need to be in an AA meeting because you are an alcoholic. I'm sorry, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
There's another incident with Flair. He was drunk at, I think, as a bar, a restaurant, where he claimed that, I'm Ric Flair. I think we played it on the show at the time when
he was in that pizzeria bar. And he called me Egyptian. He called him a dipshit. Yeah. And the caption said Egyptian.
We played it on the show at the time. I think it was me, you, and I think Dave was on. And you said that he needed help even then. And it was And now it's like he's gotten worse, So let's see.
But even if you take that tweet at face value, I mean, come on, honey. I know you're very, and I would not say this, but She's a very attractive lady. She could have any man she wants, and she went crawling back to Ric Flair, who's going to cheat on her again. I mean, honey, go get self-esteem. You obviously need one because Ric Flair is not your answer.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sure if I would have see most women see that tweet air post after you got back together, it'd be like this, like,
fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said on my show. I would be, even if my man made that a joke, I wouldn't be laughing. I'd be like, you know what? Maybe we should have just stayed broken up. Maybe.
Yeah, or just another option
That doesn't
here.
work for me, brother.
Right. I don't know what's going on with Ric Flair, but he needs an intervention. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, he literally, again, even if he was joking, that's not something you joke about, okay? Like, literally, you had this woman in your life for, 8 years or something, and then they broke up, or 4 years, and then they broke up, and then they were together another 4 years, and then they broke up, and then he got married to this last lady, and they ended up divorcing, and now he's back together with her again. I mean, Ric Flair is not the marrying type, guys. He literally has cheated on every girlfriend, mistress, wife he's ever had. So you are not the first. And you're Wendy, you need to, if I could tell you anything, Wendy Barlow, it's get a self-esteem, honey. You could do so much better than this creep, because I guarantee you he's going to cheat on you because he doesn't know who Richard Fleer is. He doesn't know who that person is. He thinks he's Nature Boy Ric Flair, who kisses all the women and fucks them, whatever. This is what Ric Flair does. This is who Ric Flair is. Because he doesn't know how to be anybody but the Nature Boy Ric Flair, who is the wine dealing, baddest motherfucker in the planet, or so he thinks. From that tweet alone, you could tell he still thinks he's Ric Flair and that he can have any woman he wants.
Yep.
I hate to break this to you, ladies, but Ric Flair is literally broke. Think about how much alimony and child support he's had to pay.
He does. He recently did that energy drink which he sponsored, and Tony Khan gave him free money.
Well, yeah, and the fact that literally people were just picking up 6-packs just to get a picture with Flair, and then they were handing it in. I don't want this.
Oh, yeah, they returned it, so it became kind of a joke. It's like, oh yeah, let me buy this in order to take the picture with Flair, and then either throw it out or return it, depending on whether they tried it or not. So it's awful. I don't know if Flair's under contract to Tony Khan or not, but
I think so.
He might be, because
I haven't heard of anything.
He hasn't appeared in WWE TV for years, so he must still be under contract to Tony. Tony is paying Sting for no reason. I don't know what Sting does, and he signed him to a new contract.
I thought he retired. Yeah,
he did, but Tony's still paying him for coaching or talent or something, talent acquisition. I don't know what he does, but of course Sting is not going to turn down free money, so it's like, because he's not a mark, but Tony's the mark, so it's like,
I should play a joke, and this is what I should do when little brother comes on. No. As promised, and none of my audience is here, so I should have just said, oh, sorry, I can't be on camera today. But I did doll myself up just for my audience.
Bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
Yeah, so...
And nobody's here.
Yeah, we don't do the show regularly enough to have a regular audience. I do know that, and I acknowledge that, but, we do get views after the show's over, so it's tough to...
I kept my end of the bargain.
So yeah, Angel and Friends, I do them nearly every Friday. So I do have a regular audience, which that's how you build an audience. You do a show every week, or hell, every day if you can. I can't, but
no, I couldn't either.
Yeah,
I have a 9-to-5 job, Eric Bischoff.
So yeah, it's like if I had to do a daily show and work, it's like I'd be dead pretty quickly. So. I tried to do it back when I first started the podcast. I tried to do a daily show, and I was like, oh, and it was brutal. I could, it was brutal. I just lost interest and stopped doing it for a while.
And you have a job too, so jobs.
Yeah.
I will say, and I said this on my show to Eric Bischoff, who was saying, "Oh, just get another job." Baby, I got 5 jobs, which 5 of them I don't get paid for. The 6th job that I have, I do get paid for. That's my 9 to 5. That's how I get paid, and yet I still do these shows because I love doing shows. I love being on Angels and Friends. Sorry. Angel and Friends.
Another one.
One. Just one Angel. So I love being on Angel and Friends, and I love being on Pro Wrestling Talk. It's just for the last couple of weeks we've been really busy, or we had no power. That's really mind fuckery right there. When you literally are at work and you have power, you come home, no power.
Yeah.
Same way. I mean, I had power at home, but I didn't have any at work, right? So,
yeah. It's always something there.
That was pathetic.
I love Mortal Kombat, and I know they have new games, or they have a new movie coming out. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure I want to see it. I like the old Mortal Kombat movies.
Yeah, it's like they're rehashing game films and stuff. They cut the Street Fighter movie. I think it's in October or September or something.
Well, that one I wouldn't mind seeing because it has Cody Rhodes in it. I'm a big Cody Rhodes mark.
Yeah, Roman Reigns is also a part of that film, but
in my defense, I'm a Cody Rhodes mark because of Dusty Rhodes. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So
you have chosen wisely.
Oh, you're here. Thank you. And I'm back on camera, as you can see. My lovely folks.
Yeah.
I promised my audience I promised your audience, Angel, last night. We voted for, should I be on camera? Should I not be on camera? And they said I should be on camera. So here I am.
Oh shoot! So
and we've been talking about news, and we're talking about CM Punk. Hey, I like the fact that CM Punk is having a larger run now with the belt. I think this is good for him. This I hate to say it, but this could be a last run with it, or last run period. So I don't know how much more we're going to get with Punk. So let's savor this moment, savor the time that Punk is still with us. Like he's gonna die. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. Like he could be retiring. You don't know, because again, he's no spring chicken anymore.
Yeah. CBC is like wildfires across the world. I mean, yeah, the world is
on fire.
Yeah.
And you have people like Eric Bischoff saying, "Oh, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps." Fuck you, Eric Bischoff. Fuck you.
It's like.
And then you got Ric Flair saying, "Oh, I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you." Shit.
Yeah, it's.
My little brother, I was going to play a joke on you and be like, "Nope, sorry."
What just happened?
Yeah, what just happened?
Yeah, you touched something and then you went blank for a second.
Yeah. I was going to play a joke on you. I was going to do this. No camera.
Oh, I get what it was. Yeah.
Even though the audience last night. Yeah,
I would have been like that. Hold on. Yeah, my birthday is not this Monday. It's next Monday. So
yeah, next Monday, the 31st.
And I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna celebrate next weekend because Monday, obviously, it's a weekday. I'm not going to celebrate then. So. Yeah, next weekend we'll be doing Angel and Friends and this show as well. I got to get Dave on because, he was on last year for my birthday, both shows. So
I'm going to talk to Kit Cabello, so I will work on kids.
Okay, we'll see.
Has he responded to the due dissonance drama yet?
Not yet, but Kit's a very busy man, so I'm going to talk to him about it, see if he can come on this weekend because it is Angel's birthday. So yeah, this coming weekend.
Yeah, it's to now. It's next upcoming.
Don't make me come over there, little brother.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be wrapping up here for now.
By the way, Angel, you saw that new GTA 6 leak clip today?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm like, oh god. I mean, hopefully, I don't know what to believe and what not to believe. It looks great though.
No,
I mean,
it is real. It is real.
Yeah, so we'll definitely find out next Friday. It's like when
Thursday. It's Thursday. That's
okay. Well, yeah, on Netflix and then on YouTube later on. But yeah, so we'll be wrapping up here. Go over to the other platforms because I'm on a ton of them. I don't remember. I know it's Twitch, Rumble, the other ones, but yeah. So make sure you do that. We'll be back next Friday for Angel and Friends, where I'm mostly gonna do an informal episode and shoot the shit, but we'll cover some politics too, and we'll probably talk about the GTA first look, even though there's a whole bunch of leaks right now, so it's like. So pretty much, I'm not sure how Rockstar can surprise us, but
I do think it's gonna look different compared to the leaks. So.
Yeah, the leaks is like a beta build, isn't it? Like it's not even the actual build of the game.
You know, there's some that are multiple years old. Then there's one that's like a year old. So
yeah, so I'm sure it'll look more polished and different. But even unpolished, it looks great. I was like, whoa. So it better be polished. Rockstar have been developing these games for 10 years, so
I'm sure it will. I don't think it's gonna change.
So yeah, make sure you go to the other platforms if you're interested in watching some older wrestling. If not, thank you very much for watching this episode of Pro Wrestling Talk. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out the other platforms. Check out all the other shows from INN. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers in the main channel by the end of the year. I know it's tough. We're at 3,000 now. We have a few more months left in the year, but let's shoot for it. Let's shoot for the stars. Maybe we'll land on the moon. So, yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. And peace out. So let me do that. Let me do. Whoops. Where's my YouTube thing? Oh, it's here.